Hi, chat! Hey, everybody! Hello, everybody! I hope you're all doing so well today.
Hello, hello. We meet again.
We're ready for a very normal stream of a very nice slice of life AU game.
A very normal, peaceful time that we're gonna have.
With nothing out of the ordinary. There
I don't
is
think
no war in
anything-
Basing Say.
Anything weird happened, really. I think that's kind of crazy to just, assume.
Right? Isn't it? It's so wild, honestly, that people are a very normal game for some very normal streamers, yes.
The only scenes we've had in this game have just been pleasant slice of life, and that's literally it.
Honestly, we wouldn't lie to you guys. In all honesty, I hope you all enjoyed the little funny intro.
I love your little intro, I don't want to call them gags, because they're usually way cooler than that, but you get me. Your little gimmicky stream intros, they're fantastic.
Listen, I had to. This game has gripped me, and I can't, so I will do it. I will fucking do it.
Full fist, grip around the waist. Your eyes are bulging out like the squeaky toys.
One moment. There we go. I had to go get it.
Dingy, these Fed magics will not work on me.
Peak Ataraxia continues. It does. And in fact, since the music just ended in the background, because it's the shorter one, because Because it's the happy one for the easygoing streams. Don't worry about it.
For the good, easy, breezy times that will require no emotional labor or processing. Oh, it's Amiya today. My two favorite guy.
My two favorite guy. I love that. That's so funny. Why did you reuse the same image? I just didn't have an out, you know?
I just noticed that they're glaring at each other. That's so funny.
There was actually no sprite of them glaring towards the sides like that, so I had to edit the eyes. I'm streaming to you, right?
Yes, I am in. I can see everything is Gucci. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. It's the same picture.
So, remember where we were, right?
No, wait. Oh, yes, hang on. I do remember this. Oh.
Yeah, we're just going in. After having a couple of days of just enjoying the different cute scenes, we're back to what I assume is gonna be Bazett and the guy.
I sure hope so. I would love to see what they're up to.
My awakenings always begin with anguish. I fall from a sunless abyss to sunlit ground. I go from darkness to light. It isn't much different than being born through a birth canal. Canal? I don't think I've... Canal, thank you. I don't think I've said that word before.
I've only seen that written.
A spark of life somehow ignites in my dying body, rekindling consciousness in this world once again. Oh.
We're starting off real great.
Oh.
We don't get a whole lot of just straight up moving backgrounds.
Yeah. I writhe in sharp pain. The moment I am reborn, the blood circulation, bone joints, nervous system, internal organs, everything I need to live generates pain. I am alive to suffer. My already fried brain searches for normality within its damaged state, able to start functioning only through pain. In short, my body finally gains human thought through agony. It feels as if I've been multiplied into 100 people, all of whom have been mixed on a palette. Whatever clear identity I had is gone, as the countless indistinguishable beings I have become melt together. To be resurrected from nothingness demands that much of a price. That chaos, that feeling that I have ceased to be anything, absorbs and assimilates even my agony. My ego is gone. Why be reborn? Why do I have to go through this? Even those questions become things of the past. Have attained the state of no self. It is a pure paradise with neither happiness nor sorrow, one that will never bear fruit. But this one thing alone is painful. Tears come down my cheeks, in the depths of this perfected land. Why am I still connected to something so beautiful? Now, I don't want to speculate because I have no fucking idea what any of this is happening, but those waters were exactly the same ones that were put envisioning Shiro like being fucking almost dead and just clinging onto the pendant at the end of Heaven's Fields. So either it's the same concept or we're dealing with the same actual event.
Man.
Where you starting? Also, hello, Watchdog, everybody. Willow, hi. Oh.
We are jumping right into it, huh?
Yeah, no, is it hot in here for anybody else, or is it just me seeing the depths of human suffering?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Everything you need to live generates pain. I'm like twirling my hair.
What? Why do we sound like Kirei? What has become of us?
I don't think much has changed for me, I'm gonna be honest.
Also, Watchdog, I was going to, but we were kind of in the middle of something, and reacting after the fact seems a bit off. Just like having knee and back pain. God, shut up. I'm not 30, I'm not 30, I'm not 30. Once again, the first day begins. The woman had parted ways, and my lovely master, Lady Bazett, lies sleeping on the sofa. Or so it appears. She's dead, actually.
Damn it.
The reason's obvious. She had her heart pierced by the serpent's saber right in front of the church. Since she will start breathing again eventually, there's no need to bother waking her up or burying her. All I have to do is guard this place as her servant. Well, I'm bored out of my mind. Maybe I'll screw around with her for a bit. Don't! Honest to my own desires while never heeding the desires of others. That's me. I'm the kind of servant that puts my own pleasure first, so I'd engage Bazett in... It's a good old-fashioned necrophilia!
Good old-fashioned.
Good old-fashioned necrophilia!
I'm disgusted. I'm compelled.
Shut up. Shut up.
What the fuck?
The usual me could start eating her midway through the deed without thinking, and the room could be a mess before I realized it. Okay, I get it. I think I get it. No, I'm getting it. No, I'm getting it, yeah.
Oh, now you get it? Now you get it?
We have predilections, the two of us. Of course, I'd only do that if she wasn't my master. If she were to wake up while I'm doing her, she'd be a pain in the ass to deal with. Ow!
Jesus.
I'm used to getting hit and killed, but getting cried at, that isn't love.
Hey. Two things. One. Holy shit. Two. Should we maybe pin a content warning as we did for Heaven's Feel?
Yeah, I think we should.
Because we're getting out the gate a lot more intense than I expected.
Yeah, Watchdog, please. Okay, so I think we should have assumed this was the case. I forgot going into these sections. They are prefaced with, Heaven's Feel, stuff.
Oh, of course. It's not like it isn't obvious to me. However, I feel from a professional perspective, that might be a good decision.
Yeah. I literally only just realized that myself.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm having a lot of realizations right now.
Are you? But just Watchdog, if you could, as a payment for warming me. The idea is that you already went through Heaven's Field, yeah. So let's start with the high bar.
No, we haven't seen the high jump yet.
Shut up, Tinty. A classic slice of life to necrophilia whiplash pipeline. Since I have nothing else to do, I start to kill time in a simple way. Click, 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 click. Oh man, it's gonna be a bummer if she wakes up with the whole thing. I would love to do some necrophilia, but let's do just this light puzzle instead. What a guy. What a guy.
I am compelled. He's decided not to engage in necrophilia. He will play with his stibby toys instead.
God forbid men have coping mechanisms. Awful, 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 awful. God. I slide the panels around much to the ticking of the clock. Okay, thank you, thank you. And with that, I can pin the message. Speeding up the tempo, I become seriously focused on the game.
Oh fuck, is that her?
Yeah, that's you. I hear a sultry breath from the sofa.
Oh,
Hailey shaking her head. All right, we're him now. So she.
I did not clock the hair color the first time. That's kind of fire.
Bazett glares at me as if I were her enemy. Yo, what away, Game Master! I hope you're not about to tell me that your memory's fuzzy again.
My memory's clear. I know that you're my servant, that I'm using this mansion as a safe house, as well that I am a master. I also remember my memory being uncertain when I awoke here previously.
Matching her tie to the hair is inspired. I like it. Glad to see you're quick on the uptake. Well then, come on, let's go out and join the Holy Grail War already.
Wait. My memory before coming to this mansion is vague, but I do remember completely what happened afterwards. This includes being defeated and killed by other masters.
Well, you can't even remember what really matters, but you still end up remembering the useless stuff. So who cares? You're alive right now. Just leave it at that. Don't worry about the details. Don't worry about it, chat.
I cannot. Do you really think I can just put up with this absurdity? Answer me, servant. We were defeated. Why are we still alive?
What? Because we came back to life. Okay, to be precise, we just went back to the first night. Bazett shows no signs of surprise. I guess she must have been thinking about what happened from the moment she woke up. I gotta admit, adaptability of hers is a rare talent. The problem is she doesn't realize that she has that gift. Nah, more like she just looks down on herself. Oh well, not like I'm in any position to criticize her on that matter.
Oh really? If that's true, my servant's quite the big shot. Revival of the dead requires the use of sorcery. Either time travel, control over parallel worlds, or negation of nothingness. Are you telling me you're a heroic spirit that can work such miracles?
Don't worry about it, whole Ataraxia, yeah? Have a good nap, Eve.
I hope you have wonderful dreams, uninfluenced by the subject matter.
Bazett, we got like 50 more hours of this. Buckle up! Why are you looking at me like that? You don't believe me? No, actually, you're making fun of me, no doubt about it. No, ma'am. Lowly little old me can do something that's freaking nuts. Alright, just think of it as an imitation of that. You'll come back to life even if you die. As long as your contract is still active, you can start over as many times as you want. No matter who you lose to, you can keep starting from scratch, just like you are right now. Interesting. He is attributing it to himself.
I have the strangest feeling that this might be a lie.
Oh.
I don't understand the theory behind it, but I do understand that we are being reset. No, we're in a loop. I have no idea what noble phantasm is at work, but I will put that aside. At nighttime, you will be resurrected. No, that would be incorrect. If you die, you'll skip back to the time you were alive in this place. The result is that we escape death because we are still alive.
Man, I love Undertale.
A type of noble phantasm that interferes with or alters destiny. That would be an appropriate power for a heroic spirit. I see. This would account for the weakness of its owner.
So you couldn't accept that I was that weak, huh? Okay, so I did get killed without showing any of my good points. Anyone could get fed up after that. Yep, that's right. Feel free to die whenever you feel like it. One more thing. If you're gonna get killed, try your best to do it at night. I can't fight unless it's dark. See, I'm not very energetic during the daytime.
Oh, he sucks. I see. So the condition for the loop to take effect is that it must occur in the evening. Yes, that noble phantasm will be too powerful without a weakness of some sort.
She's power scaling, chat. She's figuring out the power dynamics here. Oh, you're getting a few things wrong there. Whatever, it all comes down to the same thing.
Very well. I will only be active during the night. I'll be sleeping here during the day. Therefore, I expect you will restrain yourself from doing things without my permission.
Gotcha! But the same goes for you, lady. Never go out during the daytime. I'm really weak when there's light out, and if there's no mouse around to protect me, I'm gonna get killed real fast.
I understand. For some reason, it feels as if our positions have been reversed. But I do have a grasp of your abilities. Your combat ability is nil, however, your special abilities are unique. I'll do the fighting. You, on the other hand, can use that special noble phantasm as a support.
I'll do the fighting is such a raw line to tell your goddamn servant.
That's so fucking cool. Listen, okay. I didn't clock that she was in the suit before. The energy, the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a professional, and I'm kinda...
She is. I'm sure they will specify more about her specific profession later, so I will not say anything, but she is a professional.
I'm eating so good with this cast right now.
I appreciate the offer, but aren't you taking things a little too far, Master? I mean, I can fight a little. I'll say flat out that I can't beat a servant, but if I really feel like it, I could at least buy some
Buy some time with what you showed me in the last fight. I do not expect you to be of any use in battle. You just need to stay around.
Hey, I'm fine with taking it easy, but you're never gonna win that way. I really don't think you're going to be able to separate a master from a servant again and again. When it comes down to it, fighting in the Holy Grail War means beating a servant. Without taking down a servant, you're not going to be able to kill its master. Except there is no way a human being is going to be able to match up to a servant. That's why I'm saying I'll help her out, even though I really don't want to bother. But...
there's no need to separate them. I'll defeat the servant.
Bazett declares this with an unshakable confidence. I love her so much.
Hey, she's great.
Now that's a surprise. I thought I was immune to these things, but that one just sent a chill down my spine.
Nah, I win.
I have a more pressing question. Give me a second to mute
Don't worry.
the sirens.
Don't worry.
Okay, we're clear. You said that we would be revived as long as we were killed during the evening. Is there some sort of cost to this? For example, losing my magic circuits. Or is there a limit to the number of times you may use your noble phantasm?
Huh? Nah, there's no cost. You don't got to give up a dime. My element is emptiness. As long as there's nothingness, we'll keep coming back to life. Just relax and keep going until you're satisfied.
確認しました。あなたと契約している限り、私は負けないということですね。
Understood. So I will not lose as long as my pact with you is in effect.
Now, there could be many ways of interpreting this, but we have already seen that this boy definitely has more to him than he tries to put out. And I'm just saying that we have just seen what most likely was him suffering tremendously in order to re-exist again, and yet he just goes like, nah, go nuts, don't worry about it.
Oh my god, are you sowing the seeds of codependence between you and your master? That's so crazy.
Shut up! Right, of course you won't win either.
となると、残る問題は一つだけですが。
Then this leaves me with one last problem.
ここまで好条件だというのに。
No, never mind. I shouldn't be voicing any discontent with such favorable conditions. What am I thinking?
Huh? But now, something else on your mind?
Ah! She's so cute!
つまらないことを聞くのですが。
I have a stupid question.
I'm curious about where this is going.
死亡した場合、
It is marvelous to be revived like this after dying. It's an advantage that borders on cheating.
ですが、その
Except,
蘇生する際の
would it be in any way possible to get rid of that pain I experienced while being revived?
いくら死から逃れる
Even if it for the sake of escaping death. Whenever I think that I'll have to pass through that pain in the future, I get squeamish. Or how should I put it?
Oh, either it was her or they both go through it. Okay, don't worry about it. Say what? Lady, you're not scared shitless whenever you get revived, are you?
怖いわけではありません。
I'm definitely not. It feels uncomfortable and eerie, that's all. I do not know whether that place is what people call hell or not. What I do know is that it was hideously repulsive. By their nature, the dead are mindless. Those who are deceased normally would not feel any discomfort at all. But to one possessing a mind, that is the foulest pit imaginable.
Oh, is that so? That's weird. I don't feel anything special though. It's like before I realized that I'm here. Guess it's just the difference between humans and servants, but you know. You're gonna have to put up with that much. Yeah. Come on, normally you'd be dead. Hey, you do realize how selfish you're being, right?
I know that. I was only saying.
蘇生の代償なんですから。
If that is the price of resurrection, then I will withstand that level of torture.
Right. You're gonna be going there a lot from now on, so you better get used to being on the receiving end while you still have time.
God.
そう何度も殺されてたま
Do
る
you
も
think
の
I'll
で
let myself be killed countless
す。殺
times?
されるのは
The next one to be killed will be Servant Saber. I'll definitely strike her through the chest, just like she did
あ
to
の
me.
胸を貫いてみせます。
That's my master. Okay, so let's go continue the good fight while you're still ablaze with enthusiasm. The upgrade with composition in HA compared to Stay Night, it's very good.
It's really impressive.
Like, compared to Heaven's Fields, it's the obvious progression of them getting better with the tools they have, compared to the Fate route.
It's like there was such a clear linearity between Fate, UBW, and Heaven's Field, and then it just kept going up.
With the only exceptions being the dragon scene and the dolphins, because those were done later. Yeah, exactly. I stopped talking and aim for the door. Honestly, I don't give a shit about the Holy Grail War, but I'm also a sore loser. I want to find and kill my enemies now. Right now. I'll kill those bastards that hurt me. I'll kill those bastards that didn't do anything to stop them. I'll kill everything. I'll murder every single living human I see. If I don't, I'm not going to be able to keep my insanity. If I don't, I won't be able to keep myself from going sane.
どうした？行かないのか、マスター。
That is it, aren't you going, Master? I swallowed down my heart as it threatens to escape my chest and turned back towards Bazett. Maybe my thirst for blood just now reminded her of something. Bazett is looking at me the same way as she was when she accused me of killing the people in that bloody house.
やはり私は犯人
So it
だ
is true. I am careless.
一番大事な質
How
問
could I
は
forget to ask the most
どうし
important
て思い出
question?
さなかったのか
Don't even have to bother wondering why. Forgot because you didn't want to remember.
答えろ
Answer
お
me.
前は
Just what
一
servant
体
are
何
you?
のサーバントだ
A question filled with hostility. To that, I finally answer, grinning like a little girl waiting for her sweetheart.
アベンジャー。
An Avenger,
復讐のサー
the servant of vengeance. A class that shouldn't exist, its name proclaimed with hatred and joy. Oh. We're just going in.
Oh.
First of all, yes, what he was saying was very much like what Sakura was saying in the Heavensfield route. And,
That's crazy.
and that title all but confirms many things.
Confirms things I already, knew.
But also, the thing we saw at the beginning, that little slice that we had with the figure in the background, that was the class card for Avenger. We have seen all of the other ones, but obviously Avenger could have its own.
Interesting.
She's attacking at an extremely fast combination. A right straight that actually made me feel sorry for the enemy, mindlessly crushes the monster's skull. Hard to believe it came from a human being. Probably out of revenge for having had 10 of their pals killed already, more prey come leaping at her. The moment right after she punches with her fist, Cursed claws take the opportunity to strike at her seemingly immovable position. She
Fuck,
dodges.
she's so cool.
She dodges just by lightly turning her head while simultaneously driving her right leg into the monster's head. Sharp and heavy. The head is blown off like a ripe tomato. Not even bothering to visually confirm that, Bazett turns around to face the newcomers arriving from behind, once again intercepting them with lethal timing.
Fuck.
It's almost as if she were a spinning top fitted with a blade. Responding in every direction, clearing the attackers away, a deadly dance that shows no mercy for its target. Well, I'm not needed at all. I was doing pretty well on my own even while watching her in fascination, but while I was slicing up one of these guys, Bazett pulverized round 3. And I mean literally pulverized. With those skinny legs on her face, she's totally scattering flesh and cutting through bone. Seriously, I'm impressed. To think human hand-to-hand combat could improve this much. It seems like there are runes of hardening carved on her fists, legs, knees, and toes, but the basic bodywork for that must have been an art perfected for use by human beings. Way different from us when we go berserk, letting instinct take care of the rest. Bazett's technique is the legacy of the old days of blood and sweat. How many years of effort went into being able to use it? I mean, she's a girl, whoops, a mature grown-up woman. Weren't there other things she should have been learning? Guess not.
Surreal.
These...
Great misogyny moment.
This guy is like the worst in every sense, but he's supposed to be the worst in every sense.
No. Also,
These...
I was gonna say, it does seem that the boy I'm going to go the most crazy over this session is in fact Bazett.
These monsters are no match for the walking weapon by the name of Bazett. That's a statement. They're no better than hapless sheep. A pack of game to be hunted. Homer, stop! They're already dead! By the way, what the heck's Homer?
I hardly know her. Jeez.
So what I heard is that there's several pop culture references in the game, but they're untranslatable to an audience that doesn't know Japanese, so this fan localization uses a lot of Simpson things.
So that's hilarious.
The Grill actually installed a Simpson cultural reference.
I think it's way funnier to imagine that between loops, it just turns on the TV.
Okay, do you know Wayne Radio TV and the Simpson Panopticon?
Yes, I do.
That's what the resurrection is like.
God.
The most foul place imaginable.
I'm
That's by the way.
pretty sure. Sorry, I'm pretty sure the Grail doesn't have good taste in early Simpsons. I believe that was just The Simpsons when this came out.
Yeah.
I see. So these are the mysterious things you spoke of before.
Sighing heavily, Bazett puts away her leather gloves. I need you to imagine her like just pinching them gently away.
Like, okay, there's something about having the gloves that you put on to do business. That, Ooh.
Mace, a walking weapon, what the hell? You beat almost 20 monsters to death and all you do at the end is sigh?
They're most likely a type of familiar. Their level of intelligence is low, they have no function other than to kill humans. However, they're fitted for use in large numbers. It's evident there's an 8th Magus, whose identity is not yet known to us. But was not picked as a master. I can't ignore a Magus that would use this sort of familiar to attack people indiscriminately. Do you have any ideas regarding this?
She's such a professional.
I know, it's really doing it for me.
Who, me? I don't know anything about the guy you're talking about, Master. Well, we'll run into him eventually, right? After all, we got plenty of time. This isn't going to end regardless of what we do, so we ought to bump into each other one of these days anyway.
Very well. Also, I'd like to apologize for doubting you earlier. The disturbance in the city was the work of these monsters' master. You had nothing to do with this.
No problem, I'm used to getting all the bad rap. Besides, we're all birds of a feather. The only difference is who got around to it first, them or me. These guys are running around killing everything in town, so my job's been done for me, that's all. I like being able to take it easy, but, you know, a job's a job. Can't really let other people take it away from me. The whole meaning of life is on the line here. If I go unemployed, I can't live.
Hand in your resignation, then. I don't know which heroic spirit you are, but as long as you're my servant, I'll not let you drag bystanders into this war.
I love their dynamic, actually.
That's really, really good.
Look, lady, I haven't killed anybody today, have I? Like that guy with the food cart before. I just watch you move while drooling, you know? And I really wanted to munch on some Odin and me too, but I'm an obedient little puppy doing what my owner says. Come on, pat me on the head. Oh my god almighty. Oh, I think I have COVID.
I'm coming. Sorry, just a second.
I can feel you drooling.
Oh, it's that attitude. I fucking. God damn it.
That's what you normally should be doing. Why should I praise you for that?
My owner's being mean. One of these days you'll only have yourself to blame when I move on to the rebellious stage.
More importantly, I want you to clarify something. I know what your noble phantasm is, but I've yet to hear your true name. I know I may be late in asking this. What hero are you?
Told you that in the beginning, didn't I? I think it's your own fault for not remembering, but your memory's still fuzzy, huh?
That is... Yes, that is true. No point in hiding it any longer. Avenger, I do not remember forming a contract with you. I'd assumed that it would recover given time, but circumstances proved that to be more difficult than I had imagined. I can't wait forever for my memory to come back.
Okay, so you want me to give you the lowdown again right away? But look, the stuff I know is what you probably figured out already. You summoned and made a contract with me to be your servant. Before I could tell you what was going on, I was in that mansion, leashed and being buzzed around by you. Now, back then I did give you my true name. Well, not that it's a big deal if anybody hears it.
Not a big deal. What do you...
See, I don't have my own name. Don't have a clue what my name was when I was still alive.
That's ridiculous. The fact that you're a servant makes you a heroic spirit. There's no such thing as a hero without a title.
Yup, that's why I have a title. I just don't have a name as a human being. I can tell you the title other people call me by, though. Is that good enough?
Fucking, I don't have a name, I just have a thing that I'm called and known by. Fuck you.
Of course, when a contract was being formed, I should have heard your name. Thus, I must have judged that I trust... No, I judged that you possess a power suitable for achieving victory in the Holy Grail War. So what was this name that I've approved?
Angra Mainyu.
Alright.
The name of an old tradition from the middle of nowhere. Yeah, don't really need to hide it. First off, it wasn't that big of a deal, so I just gave her a straight answer.
Angra Mainyu. That name.
Isn't the name of a hero? Or isn't fit to be a hero? It isn't a name you'd give to a person to begin with. Yeah, your face is just telling me all of the above. I understand how my dear master feels. He said as though I live up to my namesake. Angra Mainyu, the name of the most powerful demon in ancient Persia. The greatest nemesis of Zoroastrianism, embracing all evil that kept fighting for 9,000 years against the God of Light, guardian of the good of humanity. The God of evil, you could say. The bad part is the freaking huge scale, overseeing half of the entire world. Give me a break, this name is a bother. Honestly, something of a smaller genre, I'd say the God of Desks or Paws, could have been a much better fit. The tale of Zoroastrianism revolves around the discord caused by the two gods of good and evil. It's the first religion to introduce the duality of angels and demons. Of course, I've never seen an angel in my life, and I'm not exactly acquaintances with any demons. I was just one villager that idolized those teachings. Apparently, this one good deed was enough for me to get treated like a hero and elevated to heroic spirit status after death. Don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I'm the real god himself. My element probably just happened to be close enough to warrant getting the name as a pseudonym, that's all. My stats are low for a heroic spirit, and as you already know, I'm a useless third-rate loser.
I'm well aware of that. I'm beyond needing you to justify it at this stage.
That stinks, Master.
Angra Mainyu. No, the servant I summoned should have...
had a more different, endearing name. I don't know if you had put this one together.
No, it hadn't.
Bazett Fragamat Remits wondered that to herself. Huh. Endearing, huh? What? Was there some other spirit you wanted to summon? Had a strong, handsome, heroic spirit in mind? Not a bozo like me, eh?
No, not at all.
Not really, she adds quietly.
Hey, I'm just saying. My theory stocks are way up today.
Yeah, you're being really obvious. That's some other guy on your mind. Okay, so you already knew that, but who could have thought you'd be so picky about your servants, too? So relationship was just a compromise. And I was being relatively serious about it, too. Oh well, I'm over it. That's an interesting expression you got there. So even you can make that kind of face. Well, it's sort of a disappointment, but it's just like I thought. So what kind of guy is your type, huh?
Why are you bringing this up? We're not talking about my taste in men. I was only thinking about the difference between you and another heroic spirit.
Ah, look, that's the same thing as talking about men. The most important thing when looking for a familiar is the user's personal taste, so normally a female master could summon a hot star, right? You wanted to summon a woman? No, that's thief stuff. Never could have guessed that manly suit was for business and pleasure.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. He's disgusting. Throw up.
It really points out how fucking stupid the Einsverns were for summoning this guy. The third Holy Grail War must have been a fucking sight to behold.
I don't let personal feelings interfere with my work. I made a contract with you because it was the correct course of action. Feeling towards the other sex are irrelevant to that. However, I do admit that I said something misleading. Yes, I did have feelings of attachment to a particular heroic spirit.
Yo, Master, I know what you are. Yeah, keep going. If you're gonna admit that much, you spill it all out. You got nothing to lose, so let's just lay it all out on the open, shall we? So, Master, which heroic spirit were you trying to summon?
Going to summon is not the right phrase. I had no guarantee that I'd be able to summon him, and a part of me did not believe he had really existed.
She starts trailing off. Must be going over some old memories. The emotional state of the woman standing in front of me is regressing fast, like she's berating herself. I get it. Can't summon a hero you don't believe in, huh? But you wanted to meet the guy.
Perhaps. It's embarrassing, but I'm not sure myself. When I was a child, I had not been interested in anything. I could not understand what others considered fun. Often this put my parents at a loss as to what to do with me. Then my father told me, "You go through each day as if it was work." He always apologized to me with sad eyes. The ones who suffered had only been my parents, probably. Unable to sense the guilt my father held, I wasted my youth as tediously as ever. The majority of my childhood memories are plain days like that. But there was one thing that enthralled me. I still don't know why it alone was special. In the study, I discovered a book that could be found anywhere in the country. Reading those old legends always made me sad.
Old legends, huh? So that's it. Someone she didn't believe in, but still wanted to meet. One of the many phantasms that young children dream of and forget in maturity. tossed away in great numbers, huh?
Yes, it was only when I was in this fairy tale that I could become like other children my age. It was the tale of a hero, one that was vivid even to a child. But the story had an ugly ending. It wasn't a tale that should be celebrated. Yes, they all said it was a story of bravery, but I always saw it as something else. Back then, I thought to myself that I wanted to save him. I wondered if it really was okay to wish to save him, even though I couldn't do anything.
Aww, Bazett.
Oh, my dear.
To be fair, the desire to save someone exists in all human beings, that much I can admit. Heck, I can't even feel it myself. Now, the definition of saving is going to be different from person to person, but as long as the desire is just a wish, it's not something that others can condemn. The problem here, though, should it be okay to wish to save him, is that the little girl didn't understand something that obvious. There's Bazett, who turned something that anybody can do into a wish. And there's the mythical hero, the only one the little girl looked up to.
Hey. Is Bazett a Kukulane Yumejoshi? Because I think I'm in love with her.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, can you tell us again what your status on Discord is?
No! The Fujoshi dog.
Left for Joshi dog, chat. I take back the I'm over it. Bastard, next time I meet you, you're dead meat. You're not selfish enough. That's your wish. That's a pretty cheap thing to use a holy grail on. Wicked laughter. Honestly, the idea of using one fairy tale against another is damn amusing.
That's my childhood and nothing more. We were talking about which heroic spirit I would choose, yes? If I had a catalyst for that particular hero, that's the one I'd be inclined to summon. That's all.
I ended up summoning a bum like me. You gotta look with men, eh? Cackling again. Seriously, she definitely looks like she hasn't gotten any luck with men.
Avenger. My current desire is to secure the Holy Grail and bring it back to the Association. I have no personal wishes to make with the Grail.
Yeah, I know. You ain't that resourceful. After all, you can make a wish with something that doesn't exist. 0 times anything is still 0.
It's your turn, Avenger. I told you, now you tell me. What's your wish?
Huh? Nah, she turned the tables on me. Actually, like my master, there's no wish I want to make using the Holy Grail. Sadly enough, there's just one thing that I voluntarily engross myself in these days. My wish? If I had to choose, I'd say that I want to finish a picture. She's looking at me like a clueless idiot. When we get back to her hideout, she's gonna find that puzzle I was working on and yell at me for a more serious answer. Oh.
Huh? Wait, did you feel a strong burst of magical energy just now?
Archer?
Sir?
Sorry. Don't have no magical energy detection, but if you want to know where it came from, I just saw it. Something flashed on the roof of that building. Bazett is quick to react. She picks Rack off the ground and throwing it over her shoulder, runs toward the center building without as much as asking me to follow. Obedient as I am, I chase after Bazett. Did Archer just snipe Shiro right now?
That's where he was standing.
However, it's still bugging me. Just what is that? Bazett is carrying some kind of a tube. I thought that surely there's a weapon inside, but she didn't take it with her when that last free-for-all happened. I can't help but wonder about this funny container when it's being carried right in front of me. And what's that? Bazett is looking for the back entrance into the building. From what I can tell, she's pretty tense. Oh, come on, tell me, what is it? I'm being persistent too. Maybe my sincerity got through to her. Bazett stops moving and shows me the container. Length of observation, approximately 1 minute. After showing it to me...
Well,
Yeah, I get it. There's a tea set inside, I bet. Whoops, piss her off. Wrinkles forming on her forehead, she reluctantly takes the lid off. Several balls plop out. Size-wise are about the same as track and field shots, and about the same mass, I'd guess, but looks like it can hold no more than 5, but right now there are only 3. I see. It'll make sense now that she's shown me what's inside. To think she was carrying this relic, I tremble in your presence, Bazett Fraga McRemits. By the way, what are those? The mystery had only deepened.
I'm not going to dignify you with an explanation, but I'll have you know this is not a tea set at the very least.
She puts the spheres back inside and remounts the cylinder on her back. She won't even explain her trump card to someone she can trust, I see. Moving on. Sure, a strong one. Got enough muscles in those shoulders to support that chest of yours? For somebody not using them at all, they're freaking huge, you know? I tell her the objective truth, as observed with my keen eye.
God.
Bazett stops dead in her tracks, turning around slowly like a rusted doll.
The stone grind. How charming. Your wittiness is occasionally accurate and daring enough to make me want to murder you.
Now this is more like it. This is how a master and servant should be.
I agree.
The anger she's radiating could end up with me dead if she figures I'll revive anyway. I love them, actually.
I love these two.
There's nobody on the rooftop. Only the sound of powerful wind is there to greet us.
I see that we're too late. There's certainly signs of someone being here, but it's impossible to find out where they escaped to.
Zed is looking down at this city from the edge of the roof. Something in mind already, I bet. As for what I'm doing... I'm wiping off the traces of blood on the floor with my feet. Oh, is that one of the traps in...
I was gonna say, is that what part of Archer's outfit?
I think it maybe? It could also be sabers.
Oh,
but,
true. They both have like those silver cuffs, like on their outfits.
This is the highest place in Shinto. The moon seems a little lower than usual. Had there been a ladder or stairs, you could probably reach it. Even though most of the humans are gone, the city lights are still on. I gaze at all the life below, covered in dazzling prosperity. Not that I'm bored. It could be no good to let myself be particularly impressed by anything, but for now, there's nothing wrong with this scenery.
Avenger.
Out of the blue, Bazett appears next to me. What's going on? Find anything interesting?
I saw multiple monsters of the type we encountered. From here, it seems we can locate the familiars in Shinto visually.
Eyes are looking obsessive. Instead of enjoying the city's scenery, apparently she was glaring at the monsters wandering around Shinto. So what? You're gonna find the familiars, master, by watching them all night from here?
That's not realistic. The familiars appear to be expendable. As they do not return to their master, we'll not discover his stronghold by observing them from here.
Yeah, let's not do anything pointless. Glad to know my master's got some smarts. But going by what you're saying, oh, don't tell me.
Avenger, I want to wipe out those monsters. To do that, I need your help.
I knew it was gonna happen. Shit, why do you have to be such a goody two shoes? This is making me want to tear you apart. Got to admit it. It suits me better than ordering me not to drag in innocent bystanders, though. You found with this, Master. I thought winning the Holy Grail War was your objective. Yeah, if it was a matter of the master of these guys being in the way, I could understand. But I see this contradiction here with you wanting to wipe them out because they're going around killing people. I mean, you decided that you were going to be a bad girl, but now you want to be a good girl? That's awfully convenient. Now then, I'm not trying to hide my hostility at all. It's pretty clear that we'll end up fighting to the death soon enough, the way things are going. One arm behind my back, I materialize my favorite dagger. That prediction I made about killing each other at least once is about to become reality 10 minutes later. I'd make a good profit. My policy is to wait for the opposition to come at me before I attack. It really is a pity, but we should at least do this one. Huh?
You're correct. Yes, it's true my objective is not to save others.
Here's some hesitation. She wisely recognized it.
However, I do want to correct what is wrong. Now that I know, I can't look the other way.
She spoke like she was trying to tell herself that. Oh, now why is that? Because killing people is bad? Because letting them get away is bad? Or could it be that saving people is more important than the Holy Grail War? Probably all of the above. That's why Bazett is confined by these contradictions. If she thought that she was right, she wouldn't look so pained while trying to hold back her inner self that is contradictory from Magus.
Reasons are not needed for doing what one believes is right. No, I think that reasons must not exist if one feels their actions to be right.
The words of reason and gain should not be used as shields is probably what she's trying to say. That's some self-righteousness. The way you think is fucked up.
Yes, I do not need you to tell me that. I already know.
Had to get serious on me, didn't you? That's what she wants to believe to be the right way of life. On the other hand, the current Bazett Fragamakremits is a subordinate to the reason that is the association. It'd be fine if she was tough enough to get a good balance between both, but... Well, that's a wonderful ideology, but you don't have to get that attached to the idea of justice. There's nothing behind it. Keep wooing it all you want, but you ain't gonna get anything in return. Say, why don't you think about joining a power that could give you some perks?
As I said before, I'm also a member of the Mages Association. I prefer to be compensated just like anyone else. But that has nothing to do with it. I just want to live as correctly as possible.
Why could someone want to live correctly? That said, when that person doesn't think he's living correctly. So he struggles to show that he's cleaning his sinful hide, even if only a little bit, by taking the right actions. Honestly. Seems just like little Miss Serious. Basically, you want to be a virtuous person. What a clumsy, miserable way of living this human has.
Yes, that's probably true. But it was a wish that could not be granted. I'm a person that is only appreciated for destroying. Virtue belongs to those that can be intimate with others, that are able to give to others. Something that I'll never gain.
To contribute to society, to save people, that's what virtue is. All she can do is destroy. A person that is unable to fix cannot truly gain trust, is what her eyes tell me. I think you're way off base, lady.
No, I cannot throw away my belongings to save the destitute, nor can I make a new organization. In the end, I'm but a single cog, unable to ever get away from being an insignificant individual. A person like me should not be able to earn any great virtue.
Oh, please. I got seriously angry there. Not good. I'm actually getting into a serious conversation. That alone is totally wrong. You can't buy virtue with cash. Virtue is the stuff of the soul. That's not something you earn. You develop it inside yourself, suffering all along the way. It's the same for any human, no matter how insignificant, no matter how powerless, no matter how worthless. It's a function everyone has at birth, a radiance refined by the will to move forward. There is no line drawn between good and evil. It is only those that aim for their peak as living beings that the door to enlightenment opens for.
Do you mean that virtue, one's value, is not dependent on the evaluation of others?
Huh? Nah, you're talking about value. All that matters is how other people see you. That's why we have virtue. That's why we try to improve ourselves. Parameters that are there to hook you up with somebody that will buy you for more than you're worth. Yeah?
What a fucking bastard. I hate him. I hate him so much. I say it twirling my hair.
Improvement of inner space is linked to the improvement of external space. The more vain and lonely someone is, the more they cling to being a good person and feel ashamed about how pathetic that makes them. I'm so selfish for trying to be good just so people won't hate me, they think. However, what's wrong with that? It's okay to be proud of the desire to be accepted by others. Somebody who feels like that can definitely accept some other person who feels the same way. If that policy of yours is all for your own sake in the end, then there's nothing wrong about it. Oh, Tom!
Oh, Tom.
Did Bazett keep the objectification past when they reset the look? I hope so, God. Okay, but the idea of Angra actually, like, writing it up while she's still waking up every loop and giving it to her would be also really fun. That's where the good part of love, enjoying life with others, lies. Granted, she hasn't gotten to that point yet, and I doubt she will ever realize it before she dies. Anyway, this woman's clumsy. But she's resourceful. So by some accident she wound up like this, seemingly able to accomplish anything. Bold yet pessimistic. Self-reform that keeps putting you on detours. Knowing that you're wrong, screaming that it isn't a big deal, you struggle desperately toward the brighter path. So that's the kind of human I offered a hand to.
I had not expected such a remarkable viewpoint from you. Can I interpret this as meaning you have no complaints about my strategy from now on?
Yeah, nothing wrong with being a hero of justice, I guess. Seems like it'd feel good and all. That's so bad to be saving people from dying horribly once every while. Just hearing hero of justice makes me want to bomb it, but that's the best word for it.
I did not expect that. I had a feeling you would just despise the word justice more than anything else.
Hate it, but I like where it's going. First off, it doesn't change what I do. We wander around the city at night, kill other masters and kill those monsters. Only the priorities are now even. It's still within my range. There is still plenty of life in Fuyuki. Until my master gets full, the cup isn't going to run dry. Never attaining victory, the two of us who know no death will overcome only defeat. Right, let's keep on doing this until you're satisfied, Master. It's a part of the learning experience. Enjoy it until you get bored of it. Alone, I count the ravaging winds. From this tower, the closest to the heavens, the lights of the city looks like fakes. The Holy Grail War will keep going on. The murders, my only amusement, will keep on going. Tomorrow, we'll probably be defeated and revived yet again. Until the time comes, until Bazett decides to change her plan, I'll stick with her for the time being. This place is a far and deep hollow sky. Anything gained is all going to be an illusion in the end. God, this is such an interesting game.
I'm already so compelled.
I am captivated. I want to see where all of this is going.
Like all he who, oh my god, they're exactly my type, bits aside, I love these two, like, as characters.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic protag dynamic.
Yeah. Literally the worst person ever actually has a point. Devastating. It's mean. It's mean. Now that the name is out there, this is a man who had all evils of the world imposed upon him. He is kind of scum with it and all, but you know.
He's kind of scum with it.
Let's keep on doing this until you're satisfied, Master. It's part of the learning experience. Enjoy it until you get bored of it. Having said that, my servant looked elsewhere. For whatever reason, his disposition changed. He ceased talking and is now quietly gazing at the nighttime scenery. Servant Avenger. Though it is not among the 7 classes, they say exceptions sometimes occur in the Holy Grail War. Avenger must be one of those. The notion of a heroic spirit meaning vengeance is a contradiction in itself, but the title of Angra Mainyu is an even bigger mystery. It is common among heroes to be recorded in history by the titles they gained later, and not by the names they were born with. The story that I told him of the hero of my homeland was also one of them. But the tone of the name Angra Mainyu is just too ominous. I must get his real name out of him one day for his sake. Not that horrible one, but the name he was given at birth. Below, I see dark shadows wandering across the city. Even with the Kenaz rune of far sight, all I can tell from here is the general state of Shinto. Fujuki is divided into 2 by the Mion River. To see what is going on in Miyama, which lies past the big bridge, I have no choice but to cross it myself. Those black monsters have to be hiding there. Wonder what ritual are those monsters bound by? I have never seen that type of familiar, even in the association. Mysteriously, they seem to be operating under orders, yet apparently possess no intelligence of their own. Their actual purpose is unclear. Compatibility is fairly high, like large hunting dogs or feral monkeys with amplified humanoid form. A human without combat experience could be killed immediately with no resistance. A human with 10 years or more of involvement in martial arts and sports could put up a fight for several seconds, provided the conditions were favorable or, alternatively, escape. However, there are many. In addition to that, their appearance is physiologically repulsive, with claws that stick out like blades on a bark-like rough body. If attacked by several of them, a human would not survive without firearms. Also... Oh god! Wow!
That was a sound.
That scream is just too discomforting. A shrill voice that the ears can't withstand, totally different from the roar of a beast. If insects that swarm together in the shadows possess a vocal system, these are the kind of cries I could make, no doubt. Avenger doesn't seem to mind those voices. In the last fight, he dealt with those monsters as if it was simple work. But even then, his abilities are not something I could rate highly. His self-appointed title, The Weakest Servant, is correct. But while it is correct, it could be a joke for any heroic spirit to have a hard time against this kind of small fry, wouldn't it? It wasn't a joke! I told you from the beginning that I was the weakest.
Wait, you can read my mind?
Nope, you look like you were thinking that, so I just said it. Well, it sure be fun if I could. Your appearance definitely does not match what's inside, you know? He laughs rudely. This man's crudeness does not suit me at all, and he's weak. And he's all talk. Looks like I'm going to have to take the lead on the rematch with Saber. But he's not all bad. This servant excels at not dying. He's unkillable to begin with, as he could simply revive after dying. That may have been the very reason for the composure that allowed him to become extremely good at fighting defensively. In that last fight, I dealt with being surrounded by failing enemies one by one in a matter of seconds. He, however, had completely held them off while being surrounded until I ran to support him. His fighting style will not allow him to win, but it will not cause him to lose either. That, I really don't want to admit it, but that is an outstandingly good match with my combat strategy. Yet stronger wind blows past me. From the corner of my eye, I see the flowing hair of the servant standing next to me. Huh? A primeval shaman enveloped by the winds of wilderness. I see a vision of a simple figure taking nature as is, living and dying along with it.
Avenger, what was...
About time to get going! You figured out where the buggers are hanging out, right? They're not much, but they're still alive, so slicing up a few ought to be fun. It was only my imagination. Avenger was only looking from where the monsters are. Oh, I get it. Don't have to think that hard. You're pretty bad yourself, Master. In the end, aren't you telling me to kill an enemy I get my eyes on? Any enemy I get my eyes on? Skillfully twirling his brutal knife, he hooks his lip upwards as if truly having fun. As long as he can kill something living, he's happy. Whether human or animal. They were originally the same beast anyway. I glare at my servant. Okay, I take it back. I won't kill people. I'll only kill masters and those monsters, so don't look at me like that. Damn, this isn't fun. What an anal retentive master. The only big thing she's got on her is her tits. Still chattering, he disappears into the building.
What a foul fucking creature.
He's the worst. No matter what I say, he's still the same.
Hey, Soja, we started the stream with necrophilia, so that's fine. With a sigh, I leave the rooftop. Above me is the ominous moon. Below me, the depths of the city. I have disgust and distrust for the serpent I'm fighting with. This holy grail war has given me nothing but cause for unease so far. Yet despite that, I am becoming attached to the servant, if only slightly more than yesterday. Servant that was gazing at the city. Seeing his cold appearance, a contradictory thought crossed my mind for no apparent reason. That man is hopelessly evil. And yet, at the same time, could it be that he loves the human world just as much?
I fucking love this game.
Oh, we're just back!
We're back. We're just back. We're just back.
Okay, so alien storage room.
Johnny. And yet, wood.
Taiga behind the fucking and something in the ghost house. Okay, we got things going on.
That we do.
The temptation to say jump to the ghost house immediately.
Yeah, the ghost house is where Bazett and Avenger are staying, but we don't know if they even exist in the continuity of the daytime.
I felt like... should we go through the things that aren't exclamation points first?
Up to you. We are going to be seeing everything if it happens like last time.
True.
That's not the castle. That's in that's in the storage room, and the outskirts is not this
like, I
today.
know, do whatever you want, legit. But
But what do you want to do now? Let's think by potential character interaction. Ilya, Taiga, or maybe some plot stuff with Bazett.
let's go see Taiga.
Let's go see Taiga. We can check. We're going to be looping through. Don't worry about it. Ah, Taiga love. She's so good, chat. She's so good. Also, by the way, Soja, since you did just join, unless you want to go back to see what we were doing, it was just very unceremoniously confirmed that the servant that Bazett has is, in fact, Avenger class, Angra Mainyu, as we had expected.
The devil, you know, like from the Bible.
You know, like from Zoroastrianism. I wander around the hills behind the Ryder temple. The main temple building is splendid, but in the back is a thick forest. I'm quite fond of it, so I end up coming here just for a walk once in a while. Huh? Oh my! And quite unexpectedly, I bump into Fujine. Hiro, you came here to the mountain? I was just visiting Issei. But Issei could probably stay on the main grounds, so there's not much point looking for him here in the forest. Maybe my excuse was a little weird. But doesn't Ryder-kun become really serious when he's at the mountain? His parents and Kuzuki-sensei are here, so there's probably not much to be done about that. There's also Castro and that brother of his, Reikan. Now that I think about it, Ryder Temple might actually have about as many weird inhabitants as our own house. Fujine, what brings... Oh. I start off, but somehow hesitate to ask. The packet and dipper that she just put down already made it clear. I just went to visit Kiritsugu-san. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I see. Kiritsugu was buried here at the temple's graveyard. Fujimura Sr., together with Issei's father, took upon planning the ceremony with much zeal and ended up choosing this mountain to place his tombstone. But my visits were rare, or rather, never. I'll take care of his grave. You don't really have to worry about it, Shiro. Fujine forgives me with her usual smile. You're still young, but he'd probably be happy if you showed up from time to time. But it is Kiritsugu-san after all. Don't you dare trouble me with stuff that happens after my death, I bet he'd say. Well, he was that kind of guy. I'm loving the softer tone in Taiga's voice as she gets, like, very serious about this.
Yeah, this is like really... It's like a rare, mature Taiga.
Yeah. By the way, have you told Lilia-chan or Saber-chan about the grave? Oh, right, those two could have a connection to him. No, I haven't. I see, well, I just think it'd be best if they heard it from you instead. Those two probably have a deeper connection with Kiritsugu than I do. But even then, they are Saber visiting his grave in the back of this forest. I don't think that could ever happen. Oh? Did I make you feel bad? Oh, no, not at all. Well, that's good. I'm going to go return these. What about you, Shiro? If I keep going deeper like this, I'll end up at the graveyard that Fujine had just left through a different path. But once I get there, there's still nothing I can say to my dad. In that case, I'll just return to the temple with Fujine. I'll go back too. Here, let me take these. Oh, okay, let's go. Carrying Fujine's bucket, I start walking. Looking back one more time, I gaze at the forest. I can't see Kiritsugu's grave from here. Hey, until next time, old man. Ah!
Oh, what a beautiful little scene.
Hi, Caster.
Hi, Caster.
Let me also check the other options we have. Everyone is here, okay. Okay, everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
Do you want to
see Ryder once?
Do you want to stick with Caster in the grounds, or?
We're already here. Let's say hi.
Oh,
I love that her head comes off when you say hi.
Yeah. How unusual. Caster is standing still, lost in a reverie. Perfect timing. There's no one else around, so I should try asking about the restarted Holy Grail War. She's settled down now, but the precedent of her setting up a magic barrier in the middle of the town still exists. I don't think it's possible, but I should at least make sure she hasn't been plotting anything lately. Caster, can I talk to you for a moment? Let me take my titty pills first, actually.
Estrogen is important.
Ah, there we go.
Shiro's magnetism is getting stronger.
She lifts her heady hood back and glances coldly at me. What is it? Since it's you who's talking to me, I doubt it's anything good. I feel like she's on guard. When we meet in town, she's relatively friendly, but now it's almost as if she's retreated back to how she was half a year ago. But it's as good or bad, it's up to you. I'm going to be blunt. Are you doing anything behind the scenes lately?
Excellent tax.
You know, going back to old habits after all the stress of having to deal with an abstemious temple lifestyle. The atmosphere is quite serious, so I tried to ask it peacefully in a way that doesn't provoke her. Oh, you ask some interesting questions, boy. Talking to me at a place like this, really? Do you want to be killed and buried where no one will ever find you, I wonder? My mistake. May I ask whether you have noticed anything odd in town recently? I'm sorry, my spine froze. The unnatural smile that I assume had disappeared over the past 6 months is still there. I should have expected no less from the top tactician of all the servants. I am terribly sorry. You should have just said that from the beginning. I'm not at all stressed right now, incidentally. That statement is like a drunkard declaring sobriety.
Actually, I'm totally fine, thank you.
Yeah, Shiro and his relationship to Kiritsugu is deeply, deeply complicated. Is there even a temple really okay, I wonder? I see. Well, occasional exercise is good for you, you know? Marathons, going up and down the temple stairs, training in the Einsburn forest. I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2 spots in the forest that Caster could use as training grounds, and Berserker could probably liable to come and help as hypothetical enemy. Thank you for your consideration, but I have no need to go into the forest. I can do some light exercise here, too. The one running around will probably be you, not me, though. This is bad. It seems Caster and I just don't get along. At this rate, it might become a repeat of the events half a year ago. I had to make this quick. Let's talk about stress relief again some other time. It's about the town. I haven't seen anything. I know there's something odd about the town, but the purpose or origin behind it is unknown to me. Either way, it doesn't interest me. I see. Well, I didn't think you'd figure it out right away, but if I ask Caster for help, there's a chance I could investigate what's going on. The Holy Grail War restarted. All the servants still in this world. And also, this feeling of deja vu that I can't really grasp. Well, leaving that aside, I take it you're not a part of this, are you? correct? Whether you believe me or not is up to you, though. I believe you, Caster. You may be scheming something, but I don't think you could lie. Actually, servants generally don't lie. Is that being noble or fair in a way? Alright, so you have no interest in the current situation. That means you don't intend to fight the other servants, right? Of course, wasting magical energy when there's nothing to gain from it is behavior unbefitting a magus. Surely even you... No, I suppose you don't have that kind of sense, do you, boy? She chuckles. I'm being made fun of, but I don't feel bad about it at all. After all, there were only cheerful sounds in Caster's voice. But even so, it seems Caster has no interest in investigating the situation. It almost looks as if she likes it. Alright, I get it. So this means you're not gonna do anything, right? Yeah, sorry boy, I won't be intervening at all. If you want to search for the one who restarted the Holy Grail War, go look on your own. Well, that's how it will be. Oh my, you sure did that well. I thought you could have bowed down and begged me to help. I mean, I won't ask for the impossible. Caster, you just don't feel like it, do you? If that's the case, I'll do it myself. And if I really can't, I'll be back, and we'll see who holds out longer. Judging by how she resisted, all I'll have to do is beg her for help until she complies. Huh? Perhaps she just wasn't expecting it, or maybe she had been having fun planning on ways to turn me down. Caster has a disappointed look on her face. Are you alright? Did you get a death by enfeeblement curse cast on you without realizing it or something? Isn't like you. What happened to that tenacity of yours? Huh. Should have expected it from this unusual witch. The level of concern here is one grade higher than Tozuka. Actually, if she ever does decide she wants to rob me of motivation, I hope she just settles it with a suggestion spell that makes me apathetic or something. I couldn't stand withering away and dying just to make me less enthusiastic. Well, leaving that aside, haven't had a curse cast on me. There's no one but you who could do that anyway. More importantly, I'm just an eyesore to you, aren't I? I wasn't being sarcastic. I just said what I was thinking.
I fucking love her embarrassed sprite so fucking much.
Once again, Caster looks taken aback. This time she looks even more defenseless. Honestly, I wonder what you're going to say. And you just state the obvious. Yes, to be honest, you are an eyesore. After all, you are the victor and we are the defeated. Even when all is calm, it's hard to forget the humiliation of defeat. Moreover, I can't relax when you're around. The winner of the Holy Grail War, that immature sense of justice you possess, both of those things I don't want to see when I'm in a bad mood. Caster's hostility is genuine. She honestly thinks I'm a bother. But wait. It almost sounds as if she views me as an enemy, not of herself, but of something else entirely. Since I uncharacteristically picked up on this, I respond to her hostile remarks with an understanding nod. For now, I'll take things in stride. Take care, boy. Sometimes when I see you on your own, I think about crushing you once and for all. However, as long as Saber is around, it's impossible. Liar, you're not the type to be lenient just because you're afraid of Saber taking revenge. The reason you won't act out is because there's something more important. That may be, for example, the tranquil life at Ryder Temple. Say what you will. Just remember, if you become even a little less pure of a human being, that's when I will give you your just desserts without mercy. If you ever start hating yourself enough that you want to die, then give in to your greed and depravity. I'll do you a favor and kill you with enchantment.
She's so iconic.
The witch grins. As I thought, when we're alone together, we're not compatible. Even though I'm not interested, I've already been given what sounded like a declaration of war. Maybe I should get going. Could you tell me one more thing? Just one more thing. The town right now... There's no damage being done to it, right? Is it possible for it to get worse? No, there's no damage, and no, it won't get worse. I can guarantee it. That's right. This is all but a short dream. Nothing will happen, and it will all go back to normal. That's good, then. Let's continue the investigation. Just knowing that Castor isn't doing anything, and that she doesn't plan to get involved is good enough. Bye then. I'll try to catch you in a better mood next time. Please do. I want to avoid having both Saber and Ryder as my enemies. Also, I have a piece of advice for you. Be a good boy and don't go near the church at night, okay? The opponent there is not something you can handle. She raises her hood back up and leaves. Could it be that the reason she was showing me her face was some kind of courtesy? I mean, we can't go there at night at all because we will die to Archer.
To the church?
I mean,
is it on the other side?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, beans.
I think at least, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's past the bridge, yeah. So,
let's hang around for today. Ooh.
I think I know what you want.
How could you possibly even guess? What? How that's crazy.
A little chibi. Now then, speaking of things to ask Ryder about. I'm at the door to Ryder's room. This hallway, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this, but I had to ask Ryder what she thinks. I couldn't ask in the morning since the opportunity didn't present itself. It should be a little easier to get a serious face-to-face conversation flowing at this hour. Hey, Ryder, there's something I wanna ask. I speak out as I slide the door open. We'll chat for a bit, and depending how it goes, I'll try asking her about her real intentions.
I see. To be honest, anything is fine with me as long as no harm comes to Sakura. Even if that means the Holy Grail War takes on its full course and destroys the whole town in the process.
So, not having Sakura around turned out to be a plus. She speaks her mind calmly and with no reservations. On second thought, that's definitely a minus. The intensity of her reply sends shivers down my spine. I see, there's no way Sakura would ever want to fight, but if she did, then you're saying you'd be prepared to go into battle, right?
If Sakura wants to win, then that's how it will be. I would do everything I could to win the Holy Grail War. Just as the school was dyed blood red, I'm prepared to make an even bigger blood fort that would put Castor to shame. Should you stand in the way, no exception will be made for you either, Shiro.
Gotta love her.
Iconic TBH.
This is problematic although it's a really big if, by a stroke of really bad luck, Sakura decides to make such a decision. I can't tell Ryder that I won't go against her, painful as it is. If Sakura were to lose her way, then I will have no choice but to resist. Ryder knows this full well, so she didn't ask me to ally with Sakura. Alright, theories aside, It sure is a surprise. I thought of you as a much more passive character than this. I did not expect to hear that she would sacrifice the whole town's population. The image of Ryder that I got over the last 6 months is that of a woman who has many interests, but simply doesn't act on most of them.
Yes, I believe your analysis is correct. I'm not used to acting on my own, after all. But if a chance were to arrive, it would be a different story. If I have to fight, I will fight with all I have. When it's time to kill, I will kill. No mercy, no pity, so that the opponent cannot rise a second time, so that he cannot ever think to challenge me again.
Ryder! It feels as if my body's about to literally freeze up. Her mystic eyes behind her glasses, though suppressed, paralyze my extremities. That's only when someone picks a fight with you, right? No. Even if Sakura were to fight, she wouldn't allow something like that, am I wrong?
That's right, but Sakura's and my methods are fundamentally different. Saber said it as well. When the time comes, I will be willing to do anything. I do not deny it. I do not have a noble soul like Saber does. If I had to fight, my own personality will change and kill anyone around me to my heart's content.
I get an unpleasant feeling of deja vu. Ryder's self-deprecating reply blends together with an ominous image. No, that won't happen, Ryder. Haven't you been living together for half a year under the same roof? Whether you like it or not, I have an idea of what kind of a person you are. Like hell, I won't let you say you're the same as them. It's because of my dizziness. Like an idiot, I let my feelings flare up in a way that's very unlike me.
Shiro, this is a good chance. I'll give you a piece of advice. I am a monster. Just like the tales you've heard, I am an evil being that is feared by humans. These hands have been tainted by blood. I've been challenged by many brave warriors, yet I have devoured every single one of them. Although I may have the form of a human as you see me now, no one can deny that fundamental truth.
I know the myth of Medusa. But those were all intruders in the first place. You were always on the side receiving the attacks. It wasn't Ryder's fault that she was turned into an ugly monster that she was hunted by humans. The female monster by the name of Medusa has always been a victim in the end. And as proof of that, the Ryder that I know doesn't attack anyone. You care for Sakura, and you watch out for the rest of us too. You really are a good person.
That's because I'm the heroic spirit of Medusa. Servants, no, heroic spirits, are summoned in the form they had at their peak as a hero. This current me is actually nothing more than the monster that was called Medusa at the time when it still took human form. But since I am Medusa, there is a side of me that turns into a monster. I'm not a human as you imagine it. I am truly the definition of a monster, a being who is endlessly monstrous, endlessly expanding, an inherently evil being as far as humans are concerned.
Can you hear that horn in the background?
A little bit.
It's driving me fucking crazy. The snow piled up in the intersection outside of my house, and somebody's going crazy out there. It's driving me insane.
Hugging you. Even I've thought about it before. The difference between the female monster in Greek mythology and Ryder's present form. I simply assumed that the myth was wrong, but such naive thoughts are no consolation in the face of discourse.
I have killed. I have changed ever more with each death. As my name became more famous, the number of humans who came to challenge me increased with it. Humans, demons, and heroes all coexist. Humans cannot win against demons. No matter how many thousands of soldiers are sent, humans cannot just go against monsters. This fundamental law protected me, and I fortified myself as a monster.
The food chain between humans, demons, and heroes. Humans cannot win against demons. Demons are defeated by heroes, and heroes are regulated by humans. Thanks to that rule, the now transformed monster Medusa endlessly murder humans to grow stronger, only to be sacrificed to one lone hero.
That's what I am, Shiro. You do not know what my original self looked like. You cannot imagine how many warriors this self, secluded in its temple, devoured over so many years, and what it matured into.
Chad is being very normal, don't worry, I am too.
Even for me, it's impossible to comprehend just what sort of a monster I could become.
No matter how much I try to overlook it, her real self is that of a monster, Ryder explains matter-of-factly. I have neither the right nor the power to deny that. Why are you saying this now? I never looked at you in that light, and that's not going to change. Just like with Saber, I thought I'd tell her not to fight needlessly from now on. Even the confession it led to, I fully regret it. It's pathetic, but all I can say is, don't do it.
No, I'm partly to blame for being unkind. I wanted to tell you this and make you feel uncomfortable. But I'm satisfied with this. The misconceptions you had of me all this time have made me happy and troubled at the same time. Thus, just in case, I wanted you to know the whole truth.
I no longer sense the dark shadow that had lingered up until now. Ryder, back to her usual self, quickly bows her head.
I'm sorry to have made you worry. But please do not forget, Shiro. I will become a monster that eats humans when the time arises.
In her voice, I can sense a faint pleading tone. Okay, if that time comes, I'll strengthen my resolve to. But that's entirely hypothetical. As long as Sakura is your master, that time is never gonna come. I wonder how much of her feelings I understood. At the very least, I look her straight in the eye and leave the room. Oh, Ryder. Oh,
Hey,
Ryder.
I don't want to say anything controversial, but isn't she great?
I love her so much. I love her so much.
Sheesh.
Yeah, see? The church is here at their bridge.
I see.
Do you want to leave it here or go for one more scene?
I can do definitely one more scene. I'm
Okay.
very low on steam, but I at least want to hit 2 hours.
Mystery Big Bridge, Mystery Tosaka Residence, Saber or Sakura?
Let's go fuck around the Tosca residence. That feels like the vibe for me.
Oh, this music, huh? The residential district's topmost house, the Tosaka Mansion. With the master gone, it is now Fujuki's haunted house in both name and reality. And to think that I'm the one who's going to be cleaning it. Standing in front of the gate, I look up and mutter. Tosaka's somewhere in Britain right now, and she asked me to come and clean the house from time to time, so I don't have much choice. For that length of time, I think it could be enough just to keep the doors and windows shut, but since she asked, I really should do a proper job. Can I finish this quickly? Let's see. Taking out the keys, I recall the incantation to release the seal. There are 2 layers of logs while she's absent, so anyone other than Tosaka will find it rather difficult to enter. Abzug, Vedyanog, Mittelstand. Did it deactivate? Key turns and I pull out a mountain of newspaper and letters that were blocking the mailbox. Oh, lots of courier and regular delivery notices too. She really should have just forwarded all to my house. If I can't get it in, it will be really funny. Not for me though. I told Tosaka I wasn't able to do any cleaning because I couldn't get the key to work. Who knows what kind of scolding I'd get. Oh, it did open. Coming in. He's so cute though. He's so cute though.
It's really, really cute.
For
like
a brief...
that little voice that he just did was really, really sweet.
For a brief moment, I'm stunned. The room, lined with a soft carpet floor, is full of expensive, antique-looking furniture. Where should I even start? Being used to a purely Japanese-style environment, I'm at a wit's end. That really expensive-looking Novolite standing over there, it looks fragile enough to break if you touch it wrong. There are tons more things like that everywhere. Now, Sakura could be used to cleaning Western-style houses. I regret not bringing her along. And with Ryder, it could be even more efficient. Clearly, I need help here. For now, let's just air it out and wipe the dust. I give the room a once-over, open the shutters, and open the windows. It really is kinda dusty. Now then, I guess the cleaning supplies are down below? Probably in the storage room under the stairs. Which reminds me, Tosaka did tell me something really mean. She said that if I become her live-in apprentice, I would have to sleep in that storage room. Am I a maid or maybe some kind of boy wizard or something? Alright, let's give it a try. Flapping the brush, I dust the room. Rather than just cleaning, this is more like going sightseeing in Tosaka's house for the year-end cleaning ceremony. Right, the basement. I looked through the bunch of keys for the one to the basement. There it is. Western-style houses also are also grand for having basements. Movies and novels tell me that a mansion's basement should have a wine cellar or stuff like that. Boy wizard. What should I do if it has a dungeon? Here? Even if it's pretty much the same as a storehouse or place, the tension of knowing that many rituals have been held here makes me hold my breath. Thinking of what Tosaka must have done here stirs deep emotions. However, that's not what caught my eye. Dumbbells? Here of all places?
It's a fucking exercise ball.
The chocoball, the punching bag.
Oh my gosh.
The hula hoops. What athletic equipment doing here, I wonder? I'm not sure how to comment on its presence. Actually, Tosaka did say she was doing push-ups and sit-ups before going to sleep. Sooner or later, she'll bring in all sorts of equipment and it will look just like a gym. Okay. Maybe she couldn't go that far. The dumbbells don't suit her room, so she probably decided to put them here. However, I think I see something even more private than the contents of her dresser. Well, for now, I'll leave it as it is. Let's just pretend I never saw any of this. The house should have gotten plenty of air by now, so I guess I'll leave early. Anfang Mittelstand, right. Did I log it well? It's starting to bother me again. I can at least tell that if I don't improve my magic, things are going to be tough in more ways than one. I like the idea of Shiro worrying about the idea of going in to be the live-in basement boy, and now we know that there's the The athletic equipment, punching bag Shiro, punching bag Shiro, punching bag Shiro.
Punching bag Shiro.
God.
I mean,
Here's you.
what's one more? I mean,
Okay, let's just one more.
she's my favorite.
ところで
By the way,
シロは私といて
are you
楽しいの
happy
で
to
す
be
か
with me, Shiro?
Oh? Sudden question causes my hand to stop halfway through turning the page.
何でもありません
It's
難しい
nothing.
顔で読書を
Seeing
して
you
ほし
read
い
with a difficult expression on your face prompted me to ask.
どうぞ
Please ignore it and continue with your book.
It's been 30 minutes since I started reading in Ryder's room. Sometimes I excuse myself into her room to read like this, but it's probably the first time she has tried to speak to me as I'm reading. I'm just not used to this type of printing, and I do like the atmosphere of this place. How about you? Am I bothering you by being here?
私は別に気にし
I
ませ
do
ん
not really mind.
目を休めるために
And I'm also used to seeing you frown whenever I look up to rest my eyes.
慣れました
I see. In that case, I'll help myself. Shoving the mountain of books aside, I grab the next one. Shiro, do you need glasses? I was thinking that. I found one in English, but it was completely beyond me. Let's try something normal next. So what's with this all-out girly Harlequin Roman stuff? Oh, the summary looks interesting. Ryder, did you read these kinds of books too?
Was it
Was it-
good? Oh,
Was
sorry.
it any good? Is the message I'm trying to convey through my stare?
興味深くはありました
I was not that much into it,
ですが
but I can only speak for
面
myself.
白いかどうかは私には分かりません
Huh, so not that great. Well, this one looks a little long, so I'll put it off until next time. Let's go with this shorter one about the swordsman. Of course. Oh, right. Ryder, could you like some tea? I'll go make some.
いえ私は
No, not really.
シロが飲むのなら
But if you're going to, then I'll join you as well.
Was it unnecessary to interfere? Since Ryder's so into reading, then I should immerse myself into it too, or just borrow a book and go back to my room.
シロ
Shiro,
Oh, yeah, sorry to disturb you. I'll go back to my room, so you can't just...
ですから
as I have said, I do not mind your being here.
その簡単な質問です
Here is a simple question. What kind of books do you tend to read?
A socializing chat. Oh? This is a rare occurrence. Maybe her book isn't that interesting? Well, I read everything, but I don't really get attached to anything in particular. The reason I'm here is because of your influence as an ardent reader.
無趣味なのですか
In other words, you have no particular taste. I see. That's just like you.
She laughs. I feel kind of like a kid being laughed at by an older woman.
It's because you are.
Well, it's not that different from you, Ryder. These books are all over the place. Nothing in common whatsoever. You have many interests, which means that you don't have a particularly high interest in anything.
特別に好きな
A
本
book I especially like?
なるほど
Indeed, I cannot say that I have a particular
ということは
genre that I like.
ですが
But speaking in your terms, Shiro, for me, reading itself is an interest.
Oh, I clap my hands together. Ryder doesn't distinguish between non-fiction, novels, periodicals. Ryder just likes books themselves. The type is unimportant to her. Well, I get this passing curiosity about what ultimate collection Ryder might be hiding in the closet over there. Oh, no, hold the horses, don't be hasty. I'll need a lot more than my mortal self to ever see that.
何でしょうかシロ
What is it, Shiro?
一瞬
For a moment here or there, it looks as if you had something truly frightening flash through your head.
No. Anyway, you were saying that reading itself is your hobby, But then there must have been some particularly interesting books you read. If so, please tell me.
Let me see. I would not go as far as to call them interesting, but there have been a few that were particularly well done. If you tell me a few books you were touched by, then I could give you some recommendations.
Books that touched me? That's a difficult request. A book that really left an impression on me. I can't really say about one like that. I've never given myself much time for reading until now, and it shows. Well, now that we have you, there's no shortage of reading material. But Ryder, reading's fun and all, but don't you have any other hobbies? You're good at sports, and it would be great if you could find one more activity that you like.
An activity. I do think that my life is already sufficiently comfortable as it is.
Medusa would not be cowardly enough. Her smut would be in the open. She can't let Sakura see them. She cares about her impression around her.
Sakura made her put them away. He fucked up about that spider.
Well, perhaps it is, but if it was more like... Ryder doesn't go out to Shinto on her own. Perhaps, date-level arrangements are the only thing she could go out to Shinto for.
Please do not worry. I am enjoying life in my own way. Well then, if I say that I'm going to do something when you are not looking, would you believe me?
That knowing smile.
Seeing her seductive smile, my heart skips a beat. If she says that she's doing something I don't know about with a face like that, I really can't help but imagine bad things.
Please relax. It's definitely nothing like sucking blood from the citizens of this city. I just have my own way of having fun. I am a woman, after all. In other words, I'm not as impenetrable a person as you can Sakura believe.
Experimental walking, shut the fuck up. That seductive smile turns into a happy one. I'm just about to breathe a sigh of relief when...
Ryder, are you there? Is that you, Sakura? Please, come in.
Sakura enters. I get up to make room for her as she comes in.
Ryder, I have something to ask. Oh, Senpai, you're here too.
Such a holy shit!
Sorry.
Wow.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, I dropped in to read for a bit.
Yes, Shiro does spend time here like this on occasion. He seems to be taking my room for a library.
Ryder says that as if giving up in amazement. But her voice was soft, so she must not be at all dissatisfied with such treatment. And I am happy that she thinks that way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please don't mind me, Sakura. I'm just reading my book, but it's a serious matter, I can't leave. Sakura looks at me, then at Ryder.
Senpai, can I disturb you for a moment?
Sure, what is it? Didn't you have something to talk to Ryder about, though?
That was so, but I remembered something urgent, so please come.
If that's the case, sure. Ryder, can I leave my book here? I'll continue with it when I come back.
Yes, you can leave it like that.
しかしさくら
But Sakura, what is it that you wanted to ask me?
いいの
It's okay. I told you, I could ask that later.
Hmm. What's with this tension? Ryder is thinking about something with a grave expression.
申し訳ありませんでしたさくら
I'm truly sorry, Sakura. Huh? Ryder, why are you saying that?
なんでそんなですから申し訳
I really am sorry.
何を反省している
Should I really say what I'm apologizing for?
いいですそのままでいい
It's okay. Just stay here, Ryder.
ではそのよ
Then I shall do that.
うに重ねて
Again, I am terribly sorry, Sakura.
Sakura starts backtracking. I don't know what Ryder's apologizing about, but I guess receiving those apologies can be quite burdensome. So Sakura, what did you need me for?
Right. So, please come this way, Senpai.
先輩
She drags me out, and Ryder, as he's completely oblivious,
シロ
Shiro, I know it's sudden, but I have changed my mind.
その本をお貸しし
I
ます
will lend you that book, so please enjoy it at your leisure.
私は一人
I
で読書をして
suddenly want to read by myself.
huh? But Ryder, just now.
もう先輩ったら
Really, Senpai, please come quickly.
Sakura, is it because of the dinner plans? Should I cook the fish after all? Are the mackerels in the fridge not enough? Should we really use new rice? It's not about dinner? And is it about the archery club? Sakura finally stops. Whatever her story is, she takes a deep breath and then... She tilts her head in confusion. Sakura?
I'm sorry. What was it I needed to do?
That's what I'd like to ask. That's quite a memory lapse. Sakura, have you been working too hard lately?
No, that's not it. But,
No, that's definitely it. You can rest for today. I'll take care of dinner tonight. Alright, I'll head back to Ryder's room for the...
ダメです
don't, Senpai.
そうですね
You're right, it's about dinner.
お夕飯ですはい今から支度しましょう
Right, let's get started on it now.
She's way too energetic. I guess I was just mistaken about her fatigue. Sure, but isn't it way too early?
いいです
It doesn't matter. With 4, 5 people, it's certainly a lot more than before, and it's autumn. The season of their appetites.
Well, you and Saber might actually feel that way, as well as Fujine.
Right. And since it's appetizing season, it'd be great if we did our best too.
よね
Yeah, exactly. She laughs unnaturally.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
It feels like she thinks she will lose something if she doesn't drag me into the kitchen right this moment. All right? Tonight's dinner is important to you, right? And I'll do my best to. First, let's go ask Ryder what she'd like for dinner.
What don't do? Ryder doesn't care about food, so it would just be awkward.
Something's up.
Now he catches on.
Sakura's behavior is way too suspicious. But even then... This is... How should I put it?
ほら見てください
See, look here. I actually brought your apron.
なんとおろした
It's a new one with a really cute fried egg and a crab on it.
に似合いそうだな
I thought it would fit you well, so I went and bought it in secret.
Ow, thank you. Ryder weighing the pros and cons and petrifying the door to lock off her room. Look, it really does fit you, she says, overjoyed. I really don't know why, but this in itself, how should I put it? Just looking at it makes me feel energized.
Fills you with determination.
Alright, I still don't get what this is all about, but I now understand how you feel. I'll lend you a hand, so let's make a festive dinner that will surprise everyone.
I did it! Thank you, Senpai. Please try on the apron.
Yay! She puts the apron on me, overflowing with joy. Alright then, there's been a change of plans, but it's refreshing to see Sakura's smiling face. I'll try all my tricks to make something grand tonight.
She did it, she says.
I fucking love her so much.
I fucking love these two.
Oh, what a bunch of dummies.
I love Shiro so much. I love that he is narratively and conversationally a brick.
He's just a brick wall.
Either completely unreactive when spoken to or ruinously effective thrown through a windshield.
Also, Sakura feeling a little bit jealous about him spending so much time with Ryder because she knows that Ryder is a hot piece of ass. And she...
Sorry, funny phrasing. It's the repeated, okay, I'll just go back to Ryder's room. No! I'll go ask her what she wants for dinner. Down!
Oh, I love this game so much.
I fucking... This game's great.
Oh. But alas, that may be it for today, right?
I do think it ought to be. There's like a very real chance I'm getting sick.
No, I'm so sorry, hon.
Oh, well, I'll live. I'll be fine.
You will live, but I don't want you to live, I want you to thrive.
From necrophilia to slapstick. Good God.
What a game. What a game. I mean, Ryder was a fertility goddess, Sakura should be scared.
I mean...
They can share.
I mean...
Sakura, Shiro, and Ryder all have multiple hands.
I think that would kill us both.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an upsettingly knowing giggle. I'm really off put.
There's things I could say. But I don't know if I should say them. Chad knows. I know.
I mean, it's not like I'm not used to being the only one in this situation who doesn't know.
It is up to you whether you want to know or not.
I think it's more fun to string me along.
That's fair. What are both of my impressions with the two new characters of this VN so far? Go fun. Thank you for the dono again, Tom. Go fund me for Anya's upcoming funeral. It's gonna be for multiple reasons, let's be real. I'll let you go first.
So, firstly, to be normal about them, genuinely fantastic characters. I love the way they're written. There's individuals and the way they bounce off of each other. They are very interesting mirrors to the kind of characters we had in Stay Night. I very much enjoy the knowing, cynical wisdom of Angra Mainyu, and I really enjoy the put-together professionalism, but deep uncertainty about literally everything that Bazett has. Also, if I wasn't certain before, now with the connection to Ku and Angra Mainyu, the Kodamine stocks are going crazy right now.
Meanwhile, as someone who already knew a little bit about both of these characters, Bazett is great as I expected her to be, perhaps even more. Time will tell if how much that rises. Now, that being said, Angra Mainyu specifically was someone who I didn't have many thoughts about prior to this VN.
Uh-huh.
Despite knowing his existence from FGO and having seen him a little bit there, he's deeply, compellingly entertaining.
Alright, I got the, not to be, weird about this, out of the way. To be totally weird about it, this particular dialogue portion where he says, oh, haven't I been, a good puppy? Like, that fucking...
Yeah!
God, he's such a brat. Oh my god. He's the worst. I'm obsessed with him.
I got all evils in the world in me, baby. Don't you want to put some more in there? Come on, play me. Come
disgusting and awful, and it's the way he's just like, come on, pat me on the head. Didn't I do a good job? And it's just like, I am not.
He's
right.
He's the kind of servant that only that because Bazett is Bazett and she is very attempting to be very put together and professional, but literally anyone else would have folded that twink already.
I think there is something narratively compelling about the fact that, alright, this is not going to be a surprising statement to anyone who's watched these streams. I'm not an especially dominant person. But wow, does the way he acts inspire evils within me.
The funniest part is that's the point.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Working as intended.
Oh, God Almighty. No, I'm so sorry, Zerja. Your Riona post deserves to see the light of day.
Robbed.
The innocent lamb Angra is. Anne wants to be used as a grail, a container to be filled with all of his evil slops. I mean...
That's a vial.
I mean, that's just Heaven's Feels, baby. I think...
So... Oh, go ahead.
I know that the Greater Grail was basically summoning the actual thing, and it was gonna be a way bigger deal, and it was a beast-level threat that would most likely destroy the world if it were to be allowed to come to fruition. That being said, the idea of the climax of Heaven's Feels being this guy just showing up yo, hey everybody, I'm here, it's me. Imagine Kirei being finally, the birth of this new being, and I will have my answers, and that guy shows up.
Starts insulting him, acting like a fucking Jersey boy.
It's me, your boy. Hey, Kirei, how's it going, dude?
Disgusting.
Hey guys, it's me, the devil from the Bible.
Oh god, it's the way he doesn't take anything seriously. And then the one time he does, it's to just yap philosophy with his master.
Yeah.
Also, there's that little tiny thing that happened right at the end there, where it was Bazett saying that she really wants to help him find out his name, even just
Yeah.
for his sake. And it was just
Yeah.
like these two care about each other. Wow, that's so crazy. It's almost like she has an intention to bless something for being born despite its evil. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I'm clinging to this one. I know I'm right.
Oh man.
Like, I don't know that I'm right, but I know I'm right.
In your heart of hearts, you are.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been really fun. Thank you. It's been really fun to just see the speculation and the flow of everything, the vibes going on.
I am having so much fun. I was really worried that going into the sequel to Stay Night, the vibes might be different, or it might not hold up to my expectations.
Mhm.
But it's been like just slipping right back in. Like, we're still here in the Nasuverse, baby. The writing's still peak and it's still familiar. Let's fucking
It's
go.
Beam. It's Beam. It's just
Beam.
Beam.
It is so Beam.
The thing about this, right, is that I had heard that Fate Stay Night was really, really great, but I had never gotten into it, and then it was magnitudes better than I even expected. But with Hollow Ataraxia, the thing is, I had heard people say it was good, but the amount of people that had gone through it were so much less that I didn't have a point of reference. I thought it was like a fine sequel or like a side thing, but it wasn't like that fine. But then going in, that is really good. It's really, really good.
From my friends who are into Fate, kind of all I've heard about Hollow Ataraxia is that nobody knows anything about it.
Yeah. Most people need to read Follow Ataraxia. You will never shut up about it. Yeah. Slipping right back in so easily, you didn't even need to change the condom.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
It is fun to have this thing going on with not the Grail, because Angra just said that the Grail is gone, so what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know, it helps that we're still in Vyugi. We still have, like, most of the same cast with, like, a couple additions. Like, it's just, it's cozy.
Okay, so the thing about Hollow Ataraxia is that it elaborates and expands upon the world with a new, interesting story, with new characters, and touches upon the themes of the original in various ways. But it's also fan service. A lot of it. We just went through a scene of Sakura being mildly jealous that Ryder and Shiro are getting along.
Mm-hmm.
That's just fan service. And that's fine. It's lovely. It's good to see them having fun with the characters and giving back to the audience something that they wanted to put with them.
But it's really nice that it's not just fan service, because the plot we're getting is
very
super fucking cool. Like,
and even the fan service we get, we're seeing facets of characters we hadn't seen before. Like the entire characterization going on with Ryder now.
I love the way she describes herself.
Yeah. And heartfelt fan service like Taiga visiting Kiritsugu's grave too. Yeah. Yeah, and learning about Shiro not visiting Kiritsugu's grave, which is, in retrospect, makes a lot of sense, but it says so much about him too. Oh, I love it. I love this game.
It's one of
I
those
love the
things
series.
where, like, not having that detail didn't change that much, but now having that detail adds such a big dimension to the way he's perceived in my mind, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the depth of the hole that is Shiro.
Also, speaking of Shiro's hole, the sheer harem energy that he has, but the dense brick wall obliviousness he barrels through with it. He had like the cutesy scene with all three of the track team girls. He had the date with Mitsuzuri. he had moments where he's made like Castor blush and has like the thing going on there. He has like the friendship with Ryder. Hey, remember how in Haven's Fields you have the chance to be like, I really can't get along with Ryder. I just feel kind of awkward around her. And now he's just reading with her in her room? 6 months later?
It's fantastic.
That's very special to me.
Shiro's my favorite kind of harem protagonist, which is one with absolutely zero game.
That being said, I am so curious about whatever it was that Sakura wanted to tell Ryder that she didn't want Shiro to hear.
I know.
I need to understand the depth of what they talk about.
I need the details. I have suspicions, but I'll leave them to myself for now.
A whole council of thirsty women and Issei deliberating on who gets him and which time slot. Oh, I believe that. I believe that, Crab.
Ooh, Anya mind break. I can't wait.
I feel that that's just fate in general. That's the Anya Mindbreak machine. It is also a Wakraya Mindbreak machine, and don't worry about it. Oh, absolutely, Tom. Absolutely. There needs to be more poly in general everywhere.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that...
learn to share.
Yeah, I don't think that every single, like, thing like that should be a poly relationship, but the amount of poly relationships should at least be equal to the amount of non-poly relationships.
We know that Shiro grows back. There's plenty of him to go around.
Don't worry, Shiro. I'm not doing anything weird behind your back in town. That being said, if you want to give me like an arm or two,
Just like, you know, maybe a bite.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. In this timeline, Saber is around. He likely has Avalon. He's the meat that grows back.
I've said it before, I'll say it again.
I'll say it again. He is the perfect protagonist to inflict horrible things. Soja, oh, you're normal about Angra. Oh, you're normal about Angra.
Absolutely. Like, hey, I don't know. We should find out.
I bet he has experience on it at least. He's a servant. There's a very big chance that with enough magical energy,
He's
he
got
will
some regenerative
recover.
abilities, I'm sure.
Yeah, you just gotta supply him with a lot of mana.
And like, I mean, if he doesn't, like, oh no.
Oh no, the worst servant with the worst physical capabilities for fighting other servants has one less arm or has lost depth perception. Boo-hoo.
Listen, I think that if Bazett and Angra Mainyu have an actual physical altercation, it will be more erotic than if they just had sex.
Yeah. Also, right, Soja, you haven't seen that entire thing. Bazett knows about the time loops. She realized that she died, and we don't know how genuine it is, but Angra has basically passed it off as it being part of his, like, noble phantasm. Like, he's the cause of it. And he has expressed that he expects them to just go ham and kill each other, at least in one of the loops. So no, yeah, he grows back, in fact.
He literally says, like, I know it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah, we should just fucking kill each other at one point, don't worry about it.
God, I hope that we get to see that on screen.
I need the first time we see Angra properly to be bloodied up and beat up.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like many things about this VN.
I already do. But for now, I think I need to go lay down.
Yeah. See ya, hon. Love
This has been an
you.
absolute blast. Thank you to chat for coming along. There's a ton of people along every single week, and it's a blast to see. I love you, Wack. Thank you for having me along in this beautiful
Always.
adventure. I'll catch you when I catch you.
Bye-bye. So, like, chat, she's not gonna fucking survive the H scenes in this game. For anyone who doesn't know, for anyone that didn't think what we were, like, the teasing and the smiles in chat weren't, like, unambiguous enough, there is a Sakura Ryder Shiro H scene in this game. That is the one H scene I know exists in this game. She's not gonna survive that. Oh my god. I also do not know if, the shower scene is part of that H scene, of another H scene. I don't know if it exists as a thing that could be censored in this version or not, but I do want her to see the scene in the shower with Ryder as well. So, like, Anya said that we'll see each other when we see each other, but no, she's being very normal in my DM still. She's not going anywhere. Shower has extra steam as censorship. Okay, good. It's still here. Okay, good. Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, there's like backstory stuff going on, and I think we see Steno and Uriel at some point in this one. Uriare. Your personal favorite H scene, the Rin H scene, because it actually feels like a Nasu scene and not a Nasu H scene, if you know what you mean. Oh, interesting. I am so interested, actually. Ooh. So, like, I knew more or less the beats of the Fate 8 scenes. The Stay Night 8 scenes, and I knew about the Ryder Sakura Shiro threesome scene. I do not know anyone other than... I don't know what other 8 scenes are in Holo Ataraxia, so that's gonna be fun to discover eventually. I will understand when I see it. Okay. The Avenger time looping is not a phantasm thing. How does that explain the not Rain and not Sakura dual master showing up at the end of Bazett's first loop? Yeah, no, there's more things going on here. There's bullshit going on with the timeline. We'll see about it. Angra himself said that the vast explanation is wrong in some places, Jap. Also, yeah, Bazett is the one who called it his novel phantasm. Yup. On that note, the only other thing I really know about this VN that I am excited to get to is Waku Waku Splash. I want to get to Waku Waku Splash. I do know we need to get the boy in the scene at some point for that to happen first, but eventually. Oh, can't believe we saw him once already. Fucker. Take me to Waku Waku Splash Mountain right now. It will be a bit eventually, though. Okay, so since I'm here, I need to ask. Anya and I have been watching we have been watching the Emiya cooking show in the back while, like, as time passes a little bit. One episode here, a couple there, and I know there is a water park episode. Does any of it spoil any Waku Waku Splash things? I can imagine it at least alludes to some things, but I don't know if, like, little Gillick sits there. It spoils the signs on the such. That's fine by itself. If it's just, like, swimsuit designs with everyone and such, the bathing suit, that's fine. Steal some bits from the FHA scenes, that's fine. That's fine then. No little girl, okay, no little girl. The swimsuit designs at least, that's fine. No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be outright, like, whole scenes, like, taken. Like, she was going to come in and be like, hang on, didn't we just see this in the Emiya Gohan series? To some of the essence of the scene. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. I do know about the volleyball part and that. Good. Okay. Just making sure, because I do want to experience that, and I think that could be very cute, but I also wanted to be sure. With that being said... It is time to say goodbye. We had fun, we enjoyed ourselves, we indulged in learning more about a guy who is such a brat. So, like, I'm just gonna chill, and we're gonna relax, and it's gonna be fine. Next week, as usual, actually, no, next week, as usual, no, next week, on the 28th, I'll keep you all updated, because next week is when holiday bullshit starts, and I do not know how my availability or Anya's is going to be like, so we'll see. Ideally, the schedule will continue as it has been for the last couple of weeks, but there may be a few days where I just can't do things because of, you know, Santa Claus just breaking my kneecaps with a crowbar and leaving me in an alleyway. I did want to say something. Right, the game on the Switch. I have heard about that one. I am interested because I really like Cooking Mama, and I really like Emiya Gohan. So, like, you know, that is the perfect combination for me. I don't think I will end up streaming it. I can see about it. Maybe I will have it as a once stream at some point. But you know. I can play it afterwards. Yeah. I know the manga goes longer than the anime. I don't know if the game has any special, unique interactions or if it just steals every scene from the manga. But, I'm excited to see things eventually. And I just jabbed for so long that I let the song restart. No, you're going back to the end. We're going. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for bearing with my jabbery. And I'll be here, as usual, next time.